Let me give you some serious advice. First, you need to invest. Second, stop sweating the investment. It amazes me how in a home-based business, arguably the lowest investment you can possibly make on the planet still gets treated like it's some bill or some expense of which you are not benefiting. Let me give you an example. In this industry, the home-based business industry, people tend to do what I call compare the business to itself. In other words, what is this monthly fee and how can I get rid of it? How long will it take me to recoup my $200? Do you understand that off the top, you are thinking like a consumer and not an investor? Off the top, you are thinking like a consumer and not a business owner. The fees that you're referring to are lower than any other industry on the planet because it's a home-based business. Stop comparing the business to itself means anything under $5,000 to $10,000 is pennies. I'm not disrespecting those of you who may be having financial challenges. Brian, everybody's not in your position. I understand that. Brian, to some of us, we're living paycheck to paycheck. I've been there. I understand that. What I'm challenging is your way of thinking once you join a business and decide to sweat the investment every day of the week, every week of the month, and every month of the year. If you started any other business with the monthly investment, not fee, with the monthly investment in your own business be $100. So when I say stop comparing the business to itself, what you're doing is you're looking at the current bills that you have, your cell phone bill, your internet bill, your cable bill, your water bill, your car note, your mortgage, and your consumer mentality or your consumer way of thinking is saying, I'm adding to those bills. No, the investor in you is saying, I get my bills lower. The investor in you is saying, my taxes are minimized. The investor in you is saying, my credit score is getting raised. The investor in you is saying, I own a business that will eventually bring me back more. The investor in you is saying, I have a business where now I'm surrounded by experts. The consumer in you is saying, how can I stop? The problem is your inability to shift your mentality will keep you the rest of your life worrying about $100. Number two, if we were farmers, for example, and we had to plant an orchard of trees, apple trees, or orange trees, or pear trees, we planted these trees or we planted these seeds and we're eventually looking for trees. Will you run outside every day and look out the window and check the status of the roots? People ask me all the time, well, how soon can I stop? I said, how soon do you want to stop your benefits? Pause and think for a second as an investor and not a consumer. If we have some seeds and we plant some trees and they eventually sprout into one tree, and then that tree develops fruit, that fruit hits the ground, those seeds produce more trees, and eventually you have an orchard of which you can sell the apples. The apples that don't get ripe fall back to the ground. They plant automatically more seeds, which develop more trees, which expands our orchard. How soon do you cut the apple tree down? The answer is never. So why is it that in your business, you jump in a business and you automatically want to know how soon you can stop? That is your seed that develops the tree, that develops the orchard of which you pick the fruit to grow more trees, to grow more orchards of which you pick the fruit to create that same process over and over again. Why are you joining a business and the first idea or your initial thought is, how soon can this stop and how long will I have to pay it? It's because you're not joining a business with an investor mentality. You're joining a business with a consumer mentality.